7 days until the teams that are invited for the Rugby Africa Cup will be coming here to Nambole. And ideally, I'm here with the local organizing committee chairman, Emmanuel Fudribo. Just after one of their meetings, of course, updates and final touches on a lot of things. But Emmanuel, yes, before I even ask you a lot of things, I'm just looking at the back pitch. Beautiful pitch. For those that are looking at this is the outside pitch of Nambole. There's an inside pitch the other side, but the decision was taken that this is the turf that is going to be used. Yeah. Why was that the decision that was made?
Well, there are some ongoing works in the inside pitch. They are laying the track for athletics. Okay. So those works couldn't stop. That's why we resorted to the outside pitch. And the outside pitch is a very beautiful facility, as you can see the green. By Tuesday, Wednesday, you'll have a more clearer picture of this facility to be able to host the tournament. We hope the poles will go up on Sunday or Monday latest, and then the scaffolding and the sitting areas will be set up. It will be more like a rugby pitch by Wednesday next week.
That's very, very interesting. So maybe, I know everything is still a bit raw at this moment, but ideally, where, rugby people have fun parks, where will the fun park now be situated according to how we are looking at the visual?
Okay, there are a number of greens in this area. There's a green that side, which is a potential area for the fun park. However, our main fun park will be at the southern gate. Yeah. There's a major green area there. That's where the major fun park will be. Okay.
So on top of having Nambole, the second venue that is going to be used is Wankulukuku.
Yes.
Why was that also a decision that was taken?
Well, I think it is more of this facility being the first time we're playing rugby on it. It may need some days to recuperate. So rather than holding all the 14, how many games are there? The more technical
each day has 4 games.
12 games.
So you can 12 games on 3 days.
Yes, 12 games. So rather than subjecting the pitch to that torture of the 12 games, we thought we'd bring 8 games here and then we do the other 4 games the other side, just to give the pitch some time to recuperate.
How has this preparation process been? And how long have you guys been in preparation?
Well, we've been preparing for over 3 months now. The initial meeting happened, I think, sometime late in April. We are now towards the tail end. It has had its challenges, but I think it's worth it. We've been here, done that.
Especially with the new ground, I can totally understand that.
Yeah, I mean, the dynamics of here are a bit different. Imagine if you had to walk from the main gate down up to up here. By the time you reach, you're panting. Yeah, but it's all good. It's all
totally different from what would be a normal rugby ground for test games that have been happening. But anyway, aside from that, citing some of the things that maybe have been going around on social media.
Yes.
One, of the fact that people are saying that there's a little bit, when Uganda is hosting games, you can feel the pressure, you can feel the energy, you can feel everything.
Yes.
But this one seems a little somber. What do you think? Do you agree with that first and foremost, and what do you think about those sentiments?
Well, I think we were a bit late in trying to publicize the games. We started a bit late, but I think we'll get there. Yeah. But also, there's been a lot of rugby activity. Yeah. From the 7s all over the country. We've just finished the 15th season. It is like a lot of competition happening within the rugby. Yes. Everything is packed within a short period of time. Yeah. Now, you either create competition in the marketing of the game, so then that means you're either cutting out a certain sector of it, someone lags behind a bit, especially for the 15s. More of the comms was now following the 7s, African champions, then the Olympics, then they had the repechage, and there's a lot of rugby. So, but I think other than that, we've started. You can see there's quite a lot of effort and information going out there, and I believe the fans will come through very much.
Yeah, also addressing one of the concerns of fans is the fact that Nambole is, or the surroundings of Nambole is a bit unpopular for some of the security concerns, especially when there are football games happening here.
Yes.
Many of the fans that leave a bit late seem to go through some challenges with some insecurity, some thieves, some thugs.
Yes.
How do you guys plan to address that, especially in rugby, people very vibrant?
Yes.
If the fun park is going to be here, what guarantee do they have that if they enjoy their Nile special, that they're going to live safe and sound?
There's been some learnings from what has happened previously, especially in soccer, and it is from that learning that we've actually gone an extra mile to ensure that our fans are safe. There'll be security both in uniform and in non-uniform all over the place until the last person leaves the pitch. So we are sure the funds that your security is paramount to us, and you'll be safe during and even when you're heading home. We'll ensure that at least you get home safely. But also take precaution. Do not move alone. Do not move in the dark corners. Move in groups if possible. And Mr. James Dixon Okello, being the chief security engineer, I think he has made sure that we are safe.
Yeah, that's great. Then ideally, of course, looking at everything that's happening and everything that's going on, ticketing, has that started already? Are
yes.
Tickets out?
The tickets will be out by 6 p.m. this evening.
By 6
We're
p.m.
actually just testing out the last bits of the ticketing, the buying process. And once we've gone through that, by 6 p.m. we should be live with the online ticket sales.
It's going to be only online?
Online for now, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Only online for now.
Yeah.
Yes, that's interesting. And I think the one last thing that I wanted us to address, of course, there have been so many things that have been said.
Yes.
But on the advertising point of view, I think this one particularly comes from one of the age grade coaches, one of the popular age grade coaches, that is Coach Ambrose Payo Kakuru, who talked about the fact that he hasn't seen, at least from the ads that have been going out, any players involved or a player imagery involved. And yet, last time we hosted a similar 15th tournament here was Tier 1B, and there was a very interesting photo of Justin Kimono, I think Michael Okorach, and I think Asuman Mugere, if I'm not mistaken. This time around, that seems to be different. Why aren't they using player images at the moment?
I think that's something that is going to come out in the next 1, 2, 3 days. The 15th team is just from South Africa. They're going into camp, I think today in the evening. They're leaving today in the evening. Some of the key players that we wanted to use for image were not around. That is probably why you have not seen many of the players' faces on the posters. However, from probably tomorrow next, you'll see all that out. Okay. And I think any final things that you'd like maybe to let the people know about what they should expect with this experience. What is going to be different about this one that they have not seen yet, and why should they bring someone who is not particularly into rugby? Why should they consider also coming here? I think this is a new facility. It's a very, very large facility. Nambole offers us advantages that some other places may not be able to offer. If you look at the parking space down that place, it's massive. It can accommodate probably more than 5,000 cars. The facility itself is very large, so you could even decide to take a quadrangle between you and a couple of your friends with your crates of Nile Special, and you go and sit and no one would bother you. I mean, it's a whole day's action from 10 a.m. up to 6 p.m. of full rugby action. And day one is going to be interesting because we're going to have an opening ceremony as well. I think it's something that we've not seen before, so probably I've let something out of the bag. However, but it's going to be an interesting and an exciting time for rugby and for Uganda as well. And I'm hoping that we have a clear message from the government that we need to win. And we cannot win alone, so we win with the fans. Please come, join us, celebrate with us, support the boys, and we expect that you can join us in large numbers. And the ticket pricing, I mean, it is fair. I believe it's fair
for the games.
20k
2050
ordinary,
and 150.
50k VIP and then 150 for platinum. I think
that's for a whole day's action.
That is a whole day's action. So if you look at the 20k, you'd imagine watching each of the games at 5k.
I know.
So, but if you come at 4 p.m, you'll still be able to pay your 20k. Don't come at 4 p.m. and then say, man,
you want
15k. You want to pay 5k. It will not happen. You'll have to pay still your 20k. So better to jump in early. Gates open as early as 8 a.m. There'll be full action, of course. There'll be meat, there'll be drinks, and
rugby carnival.
Rugby carnival.
Great. Of course, there we have had it from the chairman, local organizing committee, Emmanuel Fudribo, and like we said, 7 days to go, and there are going to be 3 games on the 20th, or 3 match days, I should call them, on the 20th, on the 24th, if I'm not mistaken, and the 28th. And Uganda's first game is against Zimbabwe, which will be the final game of match day 1. And we hope to win that one if we want to ascend to the semi-finals and not be in the placement playoffs on day 1. No one wants to get into that mathematics early. But anyway, thank you for your time. And of course, we're going to still have a bit of a look around to see some of the final things that are happening, and also join the local organizing committee for all their final touch-ups or their discussions today.
No problem.
And we'll be bringing you guys all the updates as and when they come, courtesy of the local organizing committee, in courtesy, of course, with the Uganda Rugby Union. Cheers.
Thank you.